Hey, what's going on? Aaron Chen here. If you're watching this video right now, you might be doing some research on YouTube about how to be more productive working from home. So I'm going to give you 8 strategies actually in just a minute. See you soon. Welcome back. This is Aaron, and if this is the first time you're watching my channel, consider subscribing because I'm always teaching you how to earn your first dollar on the internet, so you can hit the subscribe button wherever it is. And at any point of time, if you want to learn how to build out a 6-figure affiliate marketing business, you don't have to wait till the end of the video. I think I can help you out. I've got a free training program. All you have to do is click the link right below this video, okay? But what we're going to talk about right now is 8 ways on how to be productive working from home. I've got my computer here, so if you see me looking down, that's the reason why, okay? I can't, memorize all this stuff, right? But I've been working from home now full-time since April 2019, so it's just under a year. But I've been on the internet building businesses for the last 11 years. So I know a thing or two about being productive because I used to be a corporate guy. I had a corporate job, wore a suit to work every single day, long hours, Monday to Friday, sometimes on the weekend. So if that's you, or maybe you are someone who's trying to work from home, or you are working from home, I think that this video will really help you out, okay? So the first thing that you need to be productive about working from home is you need to get up, you need to get ready, you need to get showered, and you need to get changed, okay, and get ready for work, right? So every single day, I'll wake up at a reasonable time, whatever it is. It depends if you're an early bird or a later bird. It doesn't really matter, honestly, right? Some people talk about the 5 a.m. club. I don't believe in that. I think as long as you get up at a reasonable time, whether that's 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, it's up to you. I mean, this is your business, right? As long as you get up, you get ready though, you get changed. That is really, really important, right? Because if you work in your pajamas all day, if you don't do your hair, if you don't wash your face, if you don't brush your teeth, if you don't get showered, you're not ready for work. You're not ready for quote-unquote productive work, right? So you have to get ready. You got to get in the mode. And that's the reason why every time I get up in the morning, I still get showered, I get changed, I do my hair, and I get ready, I get changed to get ready to actually have a productive day. That's step number 1. That's the first step of actually being productive working from home. Step number 2 is meditate, okay? So I meditate now. I've been meditating for a year. I think it really helps. I only meditate for 10 minutes a day just to get focused on what I want to do for the day. It creates more awareness. It puts you in the right frame of mind, right? I use an app called Headspace. So there's a lot of different apps. I use Headspace on my phone. There's another one called Calm. You can check them out. You can Google them. There's tons of free ones on the App Store. So I meditate for 10 minutes. I set my intentions for the day, and then I journal, okay? I use something called the 5-minute journal. All right, it literally takes 5 minutes, right? And what it focuses on is really about what you're grateful for that day, right? So 3 things that you're grateful for that day, because again, look, what's the point of making all this money if you're going to be unhappy, right? And gratefulness and humility is one of the most important things, especially if you're working from home alone, all right? Because, entrepreneurship can be quite a lonely journey, right? So if you're not grateful for the simple things that you already have in life, that becomes a problem, right? And what you don't understand, what you might not understand right now, is that it does help productivity, because when you're grateful, you're in a good mood, you're in a positive mood, right? And then the next thing it says in the 5-minute journal, okay, is that, what would you like, what would you need to make today a great day? And it could be simple things like make sure I have a great workout, make sure I complete the 3 main tasks that I set out for the day, make sure that I go and have tea with my friend at 2 p.m. or whatever it is, right? So it could be a mixture of different things. It's not only about work, it's about life in general, right? And then you've got your daily affirmations, okay? Affirmations are important, right? So what are you going to affirm for that day? I'm in control of my thoughts and feelings. I am a successful entrepreneur who earns $100,000 every single month, or whatever your affirmations are, okay? I am the best personal trainer in the world, This helps to do that So if you're thinking about getting a journal, the 5-minute journal, you can just buy it online. There should be a little link right below in the description box. You can check it out if you want, or you can just buy it on Amazon. I think this really helps. It takes 5 minutes, okay? So that's step number 2. Meditate, get in the right frame of mind, and then journal, okay? The next thing to be productive is to write out your tasks. So I have another little notebook, okay? And this is very, very crucial. I've got a whiteboard, I've got a little notebook, and what I do is I sit down after I journal and meditate, and I think about, okay, so what am I doing today? What is my schedule like today? Do I have to drop the kids off? Do I have a meeting outside? Do I have a full-time day job? Because you might have a full-time day job, right? So what can I do today at what times realistically, right? So I'll have this book, and you'll see here, you can, I'm not sure if you can see this, and I'll show you that, right? Okay, you see I've got a whole bunch of stuff there. I'll write them out, and literally as I get them done, I cross them out, right? Because when you cross something out, it feels good. You're like, I've done that now. I've done that task, and I feel like I've had a productive day. That's how you get productive, okay? You have to think about what you want to do and then how to do it. Now, the trick about being productive is you don't want to have a list of 10 things, okay? Because if you have a list of 10 things, you're never going to complete them. It's going to feel way too overwhelming for you, and you'll never have a productive day. The trick about it is to think about, okay, so today's a Wednesday. I've got work in the morning, and the only times that I have free are the commute to the office, lunchtime, and a little bit of time after dinner, after I've had dinner with the spouse and I've put the kids to bed, or whatever it is, right? So maybe you've got blocks of 1, 2, or 3 hours, and so in those blocks you have to know what you can complete, and so you should write those tasks down and make sure you get them done before the end of the day, before you go to sleep. And when you've done each one, you cross them out. So make sure you have a notepad, or you have some sort of whiteboard, or a cork board, or whatever you want. Maybe you have it on your fridge, and you've got like a notepad there, and you've got your magnet. Make sure you just cross stuff out. That helps you to be super productive, okay? Then the next thing is step number 4. Is something that's called Eat the Frog, all right? This was created by the great Brian Tracy. If you don't know who Brian Tracy is, you should check his stuff out. Eat the Frog means that you need to complete the most difficult task first, all right? And the reason why you do that is because if you wait till the end of the day to do the most difficult task, you'll never do it, because by the end of the day, you're really, really tired, right? You're exhausted. Maybe you have a full-time job, and you're already so tired, so you're not going to do the hard things, right? So if you eat the frog, which is basically a metaphor, nobody wants to eat the frog, right? Eating a frog is like the most horrible thing, right? So if you do the most difficult task first, it's usually the most productive and actionable task, by the way. You get that out of the way right at the beginning, and then you have a great rest of the day. And that's why I do all of my video recording stuff right in the morning. So my schedule is I wake up, I do everything I just told you, I get showered, I get ready, I get changed, I meditate, I journal, right? I write out my tasks, and then I eat the frog. And for me, eating the frog is creating video content. So I will record 2 to 3 videos every single morning. Okay, now for you that might sound like a lot, because you're like, well, Aaron, I can't make 2 to 3 videos every single day. I've got a full-time job. Well, when I didn't have a full-time job, sorry, when I wasn't doing this full-time and I had a full-time job, what I used to do is I used to set up my iPhone in my car and record a video on the way to the office, which is a 1-hour commute, and a video on the way back, which is another 1-hour commute. So that's 2 videos a day. All right, that I was doing, even though I had a full-time job. So that's the next thing that I want to say on how to be productive. Number 5 is something called condensing time frames. Okay, now understand this. If you're somebody who is working full-time, you don't have that much time. Time is always a problem, right? Everybody's got only 24 hours in a day. Now, I'm not saying that you should only sleep 3 hours a day, but there's time where you can squeeze things in to be productive. So you got to be smart, right? When are the times that you can be productive? The commute to the office, 1 hour. Commute back, 1 hour. Lunchtime, 1 hour. And then when you get back from work, maybe you have dinner with the missus, or your spouse, your husband. Maybe you put the kids to bed, drop them at football practice or whatever it is, and then after dinner, from roughly about 8 p.m. till about midnight. I call that the golden hour because that's where I used to hustle. That's like 4 or 5 hours that you can be working on your business. I did that every day for 10 years. Okay? Every day for 10 years, right? Now fine, maybe one day you have a bad day and you only get to squeeze in 1 hour or 2 hours or 3 hours. But if you add that up every single day, that's quite a lot of time, right? And then on the weekends, you have no excuse. Right? On the weekends, you should be working on your business for 3, 4, 5, 6 hours on a Saturday and a Sunday. By the way, go and do what you need to. Go to your friend's barbecue, send your kids to, a soccer practice or whatever it is, but you have no excuse to not do anything on the weekend. If you're sitting there watching Netflix all day on a Saturday, well, of course you're not going to be productive, right? So you need to be in the right frame of mind to take action if you really want to be productive working from home. So step number 5, condense time frames. Find times in your day when you're doing other stuff to work on your business. So I used to have lunch with my colleagues once a week, and then 4 times during the week I would sneak away, I would grab my laptop and I would sit in Starbucks and I would work for 45 minutes on my business, and I would eat my lunch at the same time or eat for 15 minutes, and then I would head back to the office. And that's how I squeezed in all my business time. That's called condensing time frames, okay? So that's strategy number 5. That's a big one, okay? Number 6, take mini 5-minute breaks every 1 to 2 hours. If you are someone who works full-time from home, you can't sit at your computer and work for 12 hours straight. You're gonna die, all right? And you're not gonna become productive. It's proven scientifically that you are more productive if you take a short 5-minute break or even a 2-minute break every 1 to 2 hours when you're working. Okay, so if that's just standing up, going to the bathroom, pouring yourself a cup of tea, walking around, maybe doing a little bit of stretching or whatever it is, that makes you more productive. It makes your brain relax, it releases the right chemicals, you come back, you're more focused, and that's how you get more productive. Okay, so that's number 6. Number 7, surround yourself with motivation. That is so important, okay? If you're working from home, especially if you're someone who's lucky enough to be working full-time from home, right? You've already broken through and you're working full-time from home. Man, it can be a lonely journey. So if you're not motivated to keep going, you're not going to stand the test of time. Remember, working from home is a marathon. It's not a sprint, right? You're going to be doing it hopefully for years, for a long, long time. So how do you stay motivated? Well, surround yourself with motivational things. Surround yourself with positivity. And that's the reason why I continue to listen to the right podcasts. It's the reason why I continue to buy books on motivation. It's the reason why I watch motivational YouTube videos. And the thing that I like to do the most, actually, is I like to go on Instagram, right? And Instagram is great because you can curate your content, right? And I basically go for channels that send motivational quotes, right? Like this one, Inspirational Business. And it says, I don't know if you can see that, it says, I hustled and I conquered. And you won't believe that here's another one, Tom Bilyeu is a really, really great one. I don't know if you guys can see that, right? But there are a lot of motivational channels on Instagram where you're getting little bite-sized bits of information. And if you're working out in the gym and you're in between workouts for 1 or 2 minutes and you're just on Instagram, instead of watching some crappy useless content that's not gonna benefit your life at all, you're watching motivational videos or you're looking through little quotes. You won't believe how powerful a short little 2-sentence motivational quote will do for you, honestly. And when you do that every single day, it's like taking a shower, right? When people ask me, well, Aaron, how much motivation do you really need? Well, let me ask you this. How often do you shower? If you stop showering for 1 week, you're going to smell pretty bad, right? And so motivation is the same. If you stop working on motivation, well, you're going to get demotivated. So yeah, you should add a little bit of motivation to your day every single day. Now, does it need to be an hour? No, absolutely not. It just needs to be a little bit, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes of your day. But that 1 or 2 or 3 minutes, it makes a huge difference. And by doing that, it keeps you productive. It keeps you in the game. I hope that makes sense. Now, the last one, which I think is super important, is you need to work out. Okay, you need to work out. You need to get into the gym. You need to find time to either work out at home. For a long time, I was doing P90X. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of P90X, but P90X is a work out from home program where you just buy the DVD or whatever it is, download it on Netflix or whatever, and you work out from home. You don't even need to go to the gym. You don't even need a gym membership. So if you're someone who's like, I want to save time, I want to condense time frames, that was the way that I saved a lot of time. I would come home from the office, I would switch P90X on, and I think P90X3 is the short version, right? It's only a 30-minute workout. I would work out for 30 minutes, do HIIT, H-I-T-T, high interval training, right? It would get me pumped, all right? It gives you energy. That's the thing a lot of people don't realize, is that when you get home from the office, right, you're feeling all tired and stuff like that. But if you force yourself just to work out, you actually feel better after your workout and you have more energy to produce more content, do more work on your business, okay? So if you're not looking after yourself, if you're not eating well, if you're not going to the gym, if you're not working out, you're not gonna have the energy to be productive. That's why exercise and energy is so important, okay? So that's it. Those are my 8 hacks right there. This is how I stay productive. This is how I continue to be in the game for 11 years. I failed for a long time. I failed for 8 years trying to build this business working from home. Finally made it in 2016, built it for another 2 years, and then finally, went full-time in April 2019, tripled my old corporate income, actually doing even more than that now, and now I work full-time from home. And so these were the strategies that I used to actually stay productive in order to work from home. Now, you don't have to do every single one, okay? Because there's a lot of stuff there. There's 8 strategies, and you can rewatch this video again if you want. Now, if you don't have time to meditate, then don't meditate, right? If you don't have time to journal, don't journal. But there are little things like writing out your tasks in a book. That's super important, right? Exercise and energy is super important. Condensing time frames is super important, because if you're not finding time in the day to action on your stuff, you'll never ever be able to work from home properly, okay? Getting ready in the morning, that's also super important. Trust me, if you're working in your pajamas all day, you're not going to be very productive. You're going to feel pretty damn lazy. I can guarantee that, okay? So listen, let me know what you thought of this video, okay? I hope this helped you. In the comment section below, let me know if you've tried any of these strategies. If you had any aha moments, I would really appreciate that. If you got some value from this video today, please give me some thumbs ups. That will let me know that you're enjoying this content, and I'll continue to give you some great videos, all right? And listen, if you're like, Aaron, this sounds awesome, how did you do it? How did you build, an internet business from home? I would love to teach you how to do that, right? Because working from home is one of the most amazing things in the world, okay? It's not for everyone, because some people like, corporate world, and if you like corporate, that's fine with you. I hated corporate, right? Even though, it paid the bills, and I did it for 15 years, and had good relationships in corporate and stuff like that. And I did learn a lot, to be honest. But ultimately, working from home and being free and having time and doing the things that I want and making as much money as I can, because working from home is your own business, right? That was my ultimate goal, okay? So if that's you, if you're interested in doing that, I would love to teach you how to do that, right? So all you need to do right now is I've got a free video training program. Just click the link below. You'll see a little link in the description box. It's going to lead you to my website, okay? On the website, enter your best email address, because I'm going to send you a video that's going to show you step by step how I did this, okay? Make sure you check your spam folder and your promotions folder, because email these days, sometimes it ends up in spam, all right? I want to make sure you get to watch that video. So if you're interested, if you're not interested, don't worry about it. But if you'd like to learn how to build a business from home, do this full time, then I'd love to teach you how to do it. I hope you enjoyed this video today, and I'll speak to you very soon on another video. Take care.